Hello, I am Trisha Hodges, also known as Hodgepodge Mom, and I am following up with you today and talking about the habit of annual homeschool planning and goal setting. And first off, I want to know who is here and have you been resting like we shared last week? And also, would you like to see more of these homeschool habits here? Because I'm considering doing this once a week right before Nana's chalk pastel art lesson, her Facebook Live. So just for a few minutes here, I want to share you the easy answer that I found for homeschool planning, because it seemed to be quite overwhelming for me with 5 children, and I couldn't quite figure out how I was supposed to have these long chunks of time to really plan for all of my family and each student and each grade and what we were going to do together and the field trips and all this and that. So I decided that I would just set aside 1 week. Now that 1 week is not full of planning. That 1 week starts in the morning after my quiet time. And what I decided was that since I have 5 children, I would divide that time over 5 days. And I would just get a handy spiral notebook and a pen, and I would go outside or find a good spot with a nice warm cup of something to drink and gaze at the sunrise. And the key was just being still and listening and letting the Lord fill in the blanks. And so for Monday, I would start with 1 child, and I would just think and be still and quiet. Maybe not even start writing things down, but just think on that child. And just think long-range goals. Like maybe a big one would be tying shoes. Maybe you have one that has the college years ahead, graduation coming soon. Maybe SAT needs to be planned for. There are just different things that we know that are coming up over the next year. And so if you just focus on 1 child, you can look at the needs of that 1 child and you can listen to the Lord, and you'll be surprised what He will remind you of and prompt you to write down. And so I found that that worked so well because I was amazed at how much I could accomplish and write down and find out in just 15 minutes on one morning. And then the next morning I turn the page and I start thinking about another child. And now you may even want to take a morning to plan some family goals. And what I mean by goals is we plan our homeschool year week to week. And I'll be sharing about that in another Facebook Live. But I have all these things that I write down with the goal setting for each child, and I keep those in a spiral notebook. And then when it comes closer to the school time, I put those in my handy dandy a plan in place planner. And what I really like about this is that there are these brainstorming boards here at the beginning of the planner, and so there are enough for each of my children and actually a few left over. So I can have, once I have all those things in the spiral notebook, then I can transfer them to this brainstorm board, and I can add like the curriculum needs, maybe a schedule thought, extracurricular ideas and commitments, that sort of thing. So with those there, then once we start the homeschool year, we have a weekly homeschool planning meeting together as a family. And each of the children that are 5th grade and up have their own planner. So we get out the family calendar and we look at the week ahead so we don't have any surprises, and we can plan our homeschool around the calendar and just for that upcoming week. So I don't plan for the entire year in the summer. I write down goals, and I write down thoughts and wishes and ideas and the things that the Lord prompts me to. And then I take those and I transfer them to the planner, and then week to week we plan our homeschool using the resources that we have, and maybe considering taking time off or catching up or all those different things, life. But the wonderful thing I found about this annual habit of planning and goal setting is that all these things that are running around in my brain throughout the summer that I've been thinking about, they all get removed and put into this spiral notebook. And then that frees up so much space to rest, have fun, and just be a mama in the day-to-day urgent. So I wanted to encourage you about this and just show you how easy it is with just a spiral notebook and little chunks of time over maybe a week. Take as long as you need. Do it while you're resting in the summer. Find time that you know would be good. Maybe yours is evening. Mine is definitely morning. Maybe you could even get away for a whole day someplace. Go to a coffee shop or something like that. But I just encourage you to set aside this time, at least once a year, to really think over your homeschool and ask the Lord to prompt you with the things that you really need to focus on. I want to look at my list, my spiral notebook, make sure that I haven't forgotten anything. I'm going to take a break just next week because it is Independence Day and we'll be celebrating with our family. I know you will too. And I want to invite you. Nana is going to be sharing a fireworks art lesson over on the chalkpastel.com page. And you'll also find that there's going to be a surprise on Independence Day. We're going to record an extra surprise for you and get that all ready to share on Independence Day. So let me know who's here. And also let me know, what would you like to have me share about? What habits are you looking forward to? And I just thank you again for coming and visiting with me for a little bit. You can find more about this. I've written about the annual habit of homeschool planning and goal setting at hodgepodge.me. And there's actually a roundup post of all the different planning things. It's the latest post at Hodgepodge. And you can find all of the different things, homeschool reviews, wellness habits, chalk pastel. You can find all of that just by going to hodgepodgemom.com. Thanks again for joining me, and I'll see you over on the chalk pastel page because I think Nana just got here. Where's the button?